Okay, would everybody please rise and face the flag for the national anthem? All right, now we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic with which it stands, nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well done. All right, we have somebody on the White Sox who's going to do the Little League Pledge for us.
I trust in God.
I trust in God.
I love my country
I love my country.
and will respect its laws.
Respect its laws.
I will play fair
Play fair.
and strive to win.
Strive to win.
But when I lose,
But win or lose,
I'll always do my best.
I'll always do my best.
Play ball.
Let's get the lineup for the Padres. At first base, it's going to be Grant Collins. At second base is Kevin Gottschalk. Shortstop is Chris Poirier. At third base is Kevin Fennell. Out in left field, it's Nick Masudo. In center field is Mike Bernardi. And in right field is Zach Aguirre. Catcher's going to be Zach Luca, and the pitcher is Mike Poirier. Poirier, that is. In this tournament of championship game exhibition style, here for Scripps Ranch Little League, let's get the lineup for the White Sox. Michael Fall starts off, the shortstop, number 12. Number 3, Connor Kelleher. And then Scotty Corcoran, number 11, the right fielder. He'll be followed by Frank Poole, the first baseman. Mitchell Bilodeau, the left fielder. Nick Lindhoff, the third baseman. Grant Frost, the pitcher. Brian Graham, the second baseman. And Griffin King, the catcher. Poirier delivers one for a strike. Right-hander delivers, takes a little bit off it. 3 balls and 1 strike.
He was right on the base when he slid, wasn't he? I tell you, it's impressive.
Bounding ball down to second. With it is the Padres Gottschalk, and he can't do anything with it. So Gottschalk wasn't able to make the play there. And this will bring up to bat the center fielder, Connor Kelleher.
Yeah, I know. Well, he throws harder to begin with, and it's just as tall.
Connor Kelleher backs out of that curveball and throw at first base. Getting back is Michael Fell. Fell at first base. Nobody out here at the top of the first inning for the White Sox. And the next one is down in the lower half of the strike zone for the strike. No score in the game so far, just the second batter to face Mike Poirier. 11 and 12-year-olds at Scripps Ranch Little League out of District 32. That ball is too high, and Michael Fell will be down to second base safely. So Fell is in scoring position for the White Sox. Full count to Connor Kelleher. Kelleher hits it down to short. Shortstop has it, goes across. And he is out at first base. 6-3 goes to play, 1 out. However, moving down to third base is Michael Fell. And we're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll be right back. Connor Kelleher ruled an opportunity to get back to first base. He was safe there as the umpires had a discussion. So now you got runners on first and third for Mike Poirier to face. And the batter is Scotty Corcoran. Corcoran stepping out of the batter's box there as that ball was inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Poirier down too low for ball 2 now. So now the White Sox have something going at the top of the first inning. Runners on first and third. Next pitch is up too high for ball 3 now, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. And that time he brings it across the plate for a strike. 3-1 to Scotty Corcoran. Frank Poole is on deck. The 3-1 delivery is a ground ball down towards second base and into center field. 1 run will score, and that's all they'll get. So for Corcoran, it's a RBI single. Nobody out in the inning. 1-0, the White Sox lead as Kelleher is standing at second. Corcoran at first. Frank Poole is the batter from the left side. And Poole fouls it away. White Sox lead the Padres here in the top half of the first inning. Waves and misses are actually fouled it away at the last moment. Poole bounces it to first, and taking it himself, Grant Collins for the Padres, and that is the first out of the inning. 1 gone. However, the runners are now at third and at second base, as Kelleher is at third and Corcoran is at second. Here's Bilodeau, Mitchell Bilodeau, number 4, left fielder. Bilodeau steps in from the right side to face Poirier. Poirier's pitch is slammed past the shortstop and into center field. 1 run will score, and 2 will score as he gets a 2 RBI single on a play. And it is 3-0. Fouled away at the plate. This is number 8, Nick Lindhoff, the third baseman. 3-0 White Sox here in the top of the first. Well, Mitchell Bilodeau at first base. 1 out in the inning. Hit right back to Poirier. His throw to first is in time, just barely getting Nick Lindhoff. Poirier staying with that baseball and finally getting it over to Grant Collins to record the out. Here's number 7, the pitcher, Grant Frost. Frost wanted to try to help himself out. The first pitch is a strike. Bilodeau down at second base. His team leading 3-0 here in the first.
Close, sit up, please. Sit really far back from the microphone. Thank you. Straight.
Head down to second. Gottschalk has it. Throws to first in time, and that retires the sign. In the inning, they get 3 runs, and we'll go to the bottom half of the first. It's 3-0 White Sox. Okay, the White Sox out there out in the field, and the pitcher Grant Frost working to Chris Poirier.
Mike is crooked. Thank you.
Chris Poirier, the batter. Frost walks Poirier. This will send up to bat number 7, Kevin Gottschalk. So Gottschalk comes up and hits it down the right field line. Will it be fair? Just foul. So Gottschalk drove it down the right field line. That would have been a lot of trouble if he could have made that one go fair. Frost, fortunate that one did not stay fair. And the throw gets away from the catcher, and moving down to second base is Poirier. So Chris Poirier moves down to second base. Three to nothing, the White Sox lead here in the bottom half of the first inning. Hit past first base, and that's a base hit for Gottschalk. So Kevin finds the answer on that one and is able to get a base hit out of it and place Poirier down to third base. Now here's Mike Poirier. The pitcher, number 4, Frost. Got runners on the corner. Takes something off that pitch, and there goes Gottschalk down to second base. So you got runners in scoring position at second and at third.
After the next half inning, please. Don't do it now. Don't do it now. Number 9, put out second base. Number 9, black, second base. Put out. Number 9.
Ryan Graham making the play to get Poirier for the first out of the inning. Here's Grant Collins. Collins is the first baseman. Hits it deep to center field. Back goes the center fielder. Kelleher makes the catch. But the run scores. It's an RBI single for Grant Collins. Oh, yeah. Actually, Grant Collins flied out. It's an RBI for him on a fly, sacrifice fly. And Zach Aguirre steps in. 2 outs in the inning. It is now 3-1. Gottschalk is at second base. With 2 outs, Zach Aguirre. Aguirre, one of the bigger kids you'll find at this age group, 11 and 12. Ball down too low, and going over to third base is Gottschalk. So Gottschalk is at third base. 60 feet away from making it a 1-run lead for the White Sox. Aguirre couldn't get to that one. Grant Frost trying to get out of this inning here. Without further damage. Ground ball down to short. Tough play, and it'll go into left field. And that'll be an RBI single for Zach Aguirre. So Gottschalk scores. It is now 3-2. And the Padres answering the White Sox in this game. They're still down by 1 run, but they are showing that they can play with this ball club. And it's pretty obvious they wouldn't be in this, even in this exhibition game, if they weren't a good ball club during the season. Padres 11-5-1.
Championship game,
World Series exhibition game doesn't really count towards what they're trying to do towards get to the Little League World Series, but or win the best team out of the Tournament of Champions for the district. But these two good teams during the year, Scripps Ranch Little League, taking second base on that one was Zach Aguirre. Zach Luca, the catcher, number 2. Luca hits it in shallow center field. Keller has it, and that retires the side. But they do get 2 runs in the inning, and it's 3-2 White Sox after 1. First batter in the inning for the White Sox is Brian Graham. Grounds it down over there to Goschalk. And he gets it over to Grant Collins and 1 down. And now here's Griffin King, the catcher, number 6. One ball and no strikes to count to him. Poyer's delivery. It's a strike. Caught the outside corner for a strike. 3-2. White Sox leading the Padres here in the top of the second. And the next pitch is a strike. Poyer seems a little bit more comfortable here in the second inning. Started doing Little League Baseball way back in the day myself. Ontario American Little League. And a strike 3 called at that time. So Griffin King goes down on strikes. 2 gone, and we go to the top of the order, number 12, Michael Fell. Fell was aboard on a second baseman's error. First time up. Can't get a hold of that curveball. Poyer gets him swinging, and Poyer, an easy inning, 3 up and 3 down, is still 3-2 White Sox. Let's get the White Sox defensively. We didn't get a chance to do that earlier. At first base is number 10, Frank Poole. Second base is Brian Graham. At shortstop is Mike Fell. At third base is Nick Lindhoff. Out in left field is Mitchell Bilodeau. In center is Connor Kelleher. And in right field is Scotty Corcoran. Behind home plate is Griffin King. Pitching is Grant Frost. Kevin Fennell steps in for the Padres. They're in the bottom half of the second inning. They're down by 1 run, 3-2. Grant Frost for the White Sox. Giving up a couple of hits in the game so far. And a walk. Fennell with the red aluminum bat. Crouch in his stance. Looks at a strike. Wind was blowing a lot more earlier in the game, but earlier in the day, but not as much now. Still getting a little bit of a breeze. Fouled away into play by Fennell. Come back and do it again. Pitch to him is hit down to second. But that one is going to go out into center field. Kelleher rounds it up and throws it in to Brian Graham. But Kevin Fidel has a base hit. Mike Bernardi, the batter. Bernardi and company trying to tie this game up. Bernardi, the center fielder. Gets by the catcher and going down and getting in there safely. Griffin King getting it over to Mike Fell, but Fell wasn't able to apply the tag in time to get Fennell. So Kevin Fennell is at second base. Bernardi hits this one in the shallow left field, and Fell has no play. It's a base hit. Just reaching out for it was Mike Bernardi, and Michael Fell could not get to it in enough time to make a play. So you got runners now at first and second. Nick Masudo, number 10, a left fielder, will face Grant Frost for the first time. The number 9 batter in the lineup, and again it gets away from the catcher, and both will take a base. Fennell is down at third, and Bernardi's down at second. Nick Masudo. Ahead on the count, 1 ball and no strikes. The next one is a strike, and it's 1-1. Masudo, an opportunity to get his team ahead as he's got 2 runs in scoring position. 2 runners in scoring position. Couple of strikes on him now. Frost wanting to get Masudo here. Fouled away. Coming to the plate, and is he safe or out? He's out of there. So Kevin Fennell trying to steal home on a pass ball and could not do it. As a good feed by the catcher, Griffin King, back to Grant Frost covering. So that's the first out of the inning. Bernardi moving down to third base. Masudo still with an opportunity to get an RBI here. Fouls it away. And it would be the run-tying RBI for Nick Masudo. Foss's pitch. Strike 3. Masudo goes down on a called strike 3. 2 gone. We go to the top of the order. Number 1, Chris Poirier, the shortstop. Walked his first time up. Took something off that pitch, and he gets Poirier way out in front of it. And again, Poirier not able to catch up with it, and there's 2 strikes on him real quick. Frost trying to get out of this jam. He's giving up 2 hits in the inning. 4 in the game, and that's fouled away at the plate. Grant Frost. His team trying to keep the 1-run lead. Swung at a miss for strike 3. He gets Poirier, and that ends the inning, and they don't get any runs out of it. A good play at home, and we will go to the top half of the third inning. It's still 3-2 in favor of the White Sox. And now we go to the top of the third inning. For the White Sox, it'll be Connor Kelleher, followed by Scotty Corcoran, and then Frank Poole. Here's Kelleher, the center fielder. Kelleher tries to drop it in, and he does, into left field for a base hit. He's going to try to take two. He will get in there safely. So it's a double down that left field line for Connor Kelleher. Now here's Scotty Corcoran. Corcoran fouls it away. Corcoran had a single and an RBI last time he was up against Poirier. His team leading 3-2. A runner in scoring position trying to add to it, and he reaches out for that one, can't get it, and strikes out. One gone in the third inning. It's going to bring it to bat number 10, Frank Poole, the first baseman. Poirier delivers. Fouled away into play. Connor Kelleher trying to go down to third. You got to get back. Frank Poole was out 3 unassisted the first time up. He's 0 for 1. One gone here in this third inning for the White Sox. Poirier's pitch a little bit too high and outside. Chopped right back to Poirier. He's going to throw over to first. Grant Collins is not playing first base now. Zach Aguirre is playing first base. Now Grant Collins is playing in center field. Mitchell Bilodeau, the batter. Bilodeau looks at the next pitch low. Bilodeau grounds it down to short. Tough play for Gottschalk. Or rather, that was Chris Poirier throwing across, and he could not get him in time, and a run comes in. It is now 4-2. Infield single for Bilodeau. Nick Lindhoff, the batter, grounded out first time up to the pitcher. After the infield meeting, this ball is delivered into shallow center field. Collins will come up with it, but there's runners on first and second as Lindhoff has a base hit. Now here's number 7, Grant Frost. Poyer's pitch a little bit too high. Well, it calls it a strike. It looked kind of high from here, but we're not right behind home plate. So striking out is Grant Frost for the 3rd out of the inning. And his score is 4-2, White Sox. Okay, we're here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Score is 4-2, White Sox lead. Padres down by 2 now. Number 7, Kevin Gottschalk, who got a single this first time up. Grant Frost coming with some velocity on that pitch. And now the Padres is going to get a walk. Gottschalk will be aboard. As Grant Frost losing him in his sequence. Mike Poyer. He flying out to second base his first time up. Padres down by a couple of runs down to 3rd inning, trying to see if they can get closer and or catch up, tie it, or go ahead. Poyer drives it past the 3rd base coach where he had to duck. Hit that ball hard. Next pitch is outside corner for a strike. Beat foul again by Poyer. Poyer trying to straighten it out. Frost works again to him, right down to 3rd base. They try to at least get one, and that was a nice play. As the White Sox lean off, going over to Brian Graham. One out in the inning. Grant Collins, the batter. Collins waves and misses that one. They throw back. Poirier getting back to first base. And Collins strikes out. Zach Aguirre steps in. Getting down there safely at second base is Poirier. Aguirre singled his first time up. Aguirre bounds it over to third baseman's head into left field. And he'll have a single with a runner moving to third now. So Aguirre puts runners on first and third. Zach Luca will step up. The catcher who flying out to center field. Luca with 2 outs now. Trying to get a 2-out base hit. Swings and misses. Frost, good pitch. His team down by 2 runs. Hits it slowly down at second base, and Brian Graham going to the bag in time, and that retires the side. So that's it for the Padres in the third inning. We go to the fourth. It's still 4-2 White Sox. And we go to the top of the fourth inning. Brian Graham, second baseman, is up. Chris Poirier is pitching now for the Padres. And Graham hits it right down to shortstop for the out. Mike Poirier playing shortstop now. Griffin King now the batter for the White Sox. Aguirre across to Collins. That ball thrown too high.
Aguirre's back to third base.
Run to the fence, Michael's up! To the fence!
Now we go to the top of the order. Michael Fell, who's been aboard on an error and struck out in the second inning. Stepping in now to face Poirier, Chris Poirier. And nice play by Kevin Gottschalk over there to Collins.
Collins back at first.
2 down now. And here's Connor Kelleher. And Kelleher. Hit by the pitch. Scotty Corcoran, the batter now. He singled and struck out, and he drives one all the way to the wall. And the White Sox are going to get more runs in. They got 1, and they're looking for 2, but he's going to be out. And that's the end of the inning, but they do get 1 run on the play in the inning, so now they lead 5-2. Okay, substitutions for the White Sox out in the outfield. Josh Solberg is playing in right field. Kyle Harries is playing in center field, and Brandon Mays is playing in left field now. Bottom of the 4th inning, the Padres down in this game, 5-2. Kevin Fennell. Grant Frost has made the pitcher this entire game. Pitched a good game, too.
Almost caught it, Greg.
I didn't want to catch it.
It was right at me.
And Frost able to strike out Fennell. Mike Bernardi will step in. Or actually, Marvin Ordonez is going to step in. Teams in baseball making a lot of substitutions. We don't get the substitutions coming to us, so we have to make do at the last minute. Marvin Ordonez. Looking at a strike from Grant Frost. Ground ball out at first, unassisted by Frank Poole. Jamie Poitras is now the batter. Another substitution for the Padres. Ground ball right back to Frost. It goes across the pool, and that ends the inning. So we will go to the top half of the 5th inning. It's still 5-2 White Sox.
After 4 complete innings, the White Sox.
Top of the 5th inning, 5-2 lead right now for the White Sox. Could be, as I was about ready to say, a victory for the White Sox if they can hold on here. They only have 6 more outs to get. Round ball down to short. Throw over to first in time. So Frank Poole trying to get a little bingo. Can't do it. 1 out. Mitchell Bilodeau.
For the White Sox, number 5, Roland Moe.
Actually, Brandon Mays will step into this position in a batting order. A lot of these players will be representing Scripps Ranch Little League for the All-Star team. District 32. Trying to win that district and move on towards the Little League World Series. Striking out is Mays.
Drive it, Kyle.
Batting for the White Sox, number 1.
Here's Kyle Harries. So Kyle Harries steps in. 2 outs in the inning on the White Sox. Padres want to get in there in the bottom half of the 5th inning and try to make some noise. Slow roller, tough play. The pitcher hasn't, throws him out. Nice job done by Poirier. And 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's 5-2 in favor of the White Sox. Chris Poirier steps in and doesn't get that first pitch from Grant Frost. Frost has had a pretty fine game. 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5 hits. And his control's been pretty good. He has only given up 1 walk. Poirier trying to get something going for the Padres. The Pod Squad here in Scripps Ranch. Team down by 3 runs. And now he will get on. And they found him getting off the bag a little bit, and Poole was able to tag him out.
Oh, no, he's not out. Let's see.
And maybe not. They're going to have a discussion again, and we'll find out whether or not he really is off. And yes, he is. Okay, now with one out, it's Kevin Gottschalk. Gottschalk has singled. He's walked 2 previous appearances. White Sox have been very game. Do what it takes to win in this game. And they just showed it right there. This one hit to right field. Right fielder backs up and makes a play. Josh Solberg playing in right field, and he makes a nice play. Two gone, and here's Poirier. Actually, they made an adjustment defensively, the White Sox did. Brandon Mays gets credit for that catch. Popped up and home plate. And Frank Poole will catch it. Retires this side. 3 up and 3 down. It's 5-2 White Sox as we go to the top of the 6th. Okay, the top of the 6th inning for the White Sox. It's going to be Grant Frost. Chris Poirier still the pitcher for the Padres. And over to third, Aguirre across the Collins in time. 1 gone. Send it to bat Brian Graham, unless they have a substitution. So Graham it is. Backing away from the first pitch. 1 ball and no strikes to him. Graham grounded out to first and flying out to shortstop. 2 trips, 0 for 2. Poirier. And Jamie Poitras playing second base. And getting a walk. Here's Brian Graham. So Graham is on first now. Griffin King now the batter. Number 9 batter in the lineup for the White Sox. Ball down too low and outside. White Sox have taken advantage of opportunities in order to get the 5 runs in this game. They put some timely hits together. They've also stolen a lot of bases and got some by many by the way of pass balls in this game. And that's one of the reasons why they're leading in this game. Other than that, it's been a real tightly played match. And a nice pitch by Poirier. That time getting King to swing and not be able to get it. He catches up with it this time. It goes down to short. They try for 2, and do they get it? Double play. Beautiful that time for the Padres, and now they have 3 outs left. They're down by 3, 5-2. Stick around. We'll be right back with the finish. Here we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's going to be Grant Collins followed by Zach Aguirre and then Zach Luca to try and see if they can tie this game up or win it. Get hard past the shortstop and into left field. So Collins is aboard with a base hit. First ball swinging, Grant Collins. And the Padres trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Only got 3 outs to work with. Here's Zach Aguirre. Frost. Pitched a fine game so far. Took something off that one. Ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Frost has only given up a total of 5 hits in this game. Take that, make that 6. The throw down a second, and Collins just gets in there. Nice relay. Griffin King getting it down there. Shortstop covering, fell. And they almost got Grant Collins on that pass ball. Frost. In scoring position is Grant Collins. Aguirre fouls it away at the plate. Got it in on the hands. Did Grant Frost. Fouling it away, and Aguirre shaking a hand. Aguirre has singled twice in this game, but never scored. Man, called strike 3, and Frost staying with it for the first out of the inning. 2 more outs. And they win the Scripps Ranch TOC World Series here. TOC type World Series. How about that one here at Steve Allen Field? This one is fisted down a second. Not a problem for number 9, Brian Graham. 2 gone as Zach Luca goes down off the soft line drive, and now here's Kevin Fennell. Fennell is singled, has struck out. He's 1 for 2. Still got Grant Collins at second, but there's 2 gone now. He hits it past the third base bag and foul.
Kyle, there's 2 outs. Don't worry about the guy on second.
Grant Frost has been tough in this game. 6 hits he's given up, all total. The right-hander trying to finish it up here without giving up any more runs. Comes to the plate, down too low. Collins wanting his teammate to pick him up here. Fennell hits it down to third. It's in fair territory. The throw over to first, and he is safe. So Fennell gets the infield single. Now here's Mike Bernardi. As he is back in there, Ordonez was batting the last inning. Bernardi back in there. Runners on first and second now. Collins on second and Fennell on first. Bernardi is the tying run at the plate. Bernardi has singled and grounded out in this game. Or I take that back, he singled in the second inning. Fouls it away. One more strike. And Grant Frost and company will have a 5-2 victory. Strike 3, Grant Frost strikes him out, and the White Sox able to win this World Series Tournament of Champions type game, 5-2 over the Padres here at Scripps Ranch Little League. And no doubt some of these guys that played in this game today will be representing the league in the All-Star team for Scripps Ranch Little League. So, that's going to do it from Steve Allen Field as far as the action's concerned on the field, and you'll obviously be seeing the trophies given up, and then we will have some comments from those who participated in the game today to close it out in just a moment.
First thing I'd like to say is great game, guys. Obviously both of you represent the champions of your respective leagues. This is obviously the top league in our league, and the White Sox were the American League champions, and the Padres were the National League champions. And obviously had great seasons all the way through. Both won the tournament games and got here today. So that, in itself was a great accomplishment. Okay? Good job, guys. One of the things that you guys, as you move on to other baseball, things like that, can always look back and remember that when you were majors, you were the champs. So good job, guys. All right. What I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce Brad Poirier, who's the manager of the Padres, and have him come up, introduce his staff, and his players. Hello, my name's Brad. I'd like to introduce my coach, Gianluca, that's helped me all season. And Stefan, I'm sure he's out somewhere, but he's helped out a lot too on the bench, so if Stefan's around, you can come up. I don't know where you are. Giving out the trophies. Let me first say to the White Sox, congratulations. You know what? I've seen you guys play a lot this season. I think our major season was a great season. All the teams can go out there on any given day, and they're all strong teams. So I think it was a very good, balanced, competitive season for all the teams. You guys came out here today, and I thought you played a great game. You deserved that game. So, Padres, let's give them a round of applause for playing a great game out there today. Okay? So I'd like to bring them up one at a time. These are the trophies for the National League first place, the National League division. The first is Mike Poirier. Second is Marvin Adonis. Next, I have Kevin Fennell. Next, I have Jamie Patra. Next is Kevin Goschuk. Next we got Chris Poirier. We have our catcher, Zach Luker. Chris Meinhofer. Nick Mazzuto. Mike Bernardi. Zach Agari. Grant Collins.
Yeah, we love you, Grant.
Again, thank you, Padres. Padres parents, it's been a great season. Well done, Padres. Great job. All right. Now, this next team, obviously, in all these games, there's got to be a winner, and that's the way baseball works. And the White Sox are the World Series champions for the Scripps Little League Majors division. And I will say that I tell you, I've seen this team way too many times this season, and you know, obviously a very, very good team and very great game today. So this is Jeff King, the manager for the White Sox.
Thank you. I'd like to congratulate the Padres on an excellent season and a fine game that was close to the end. Congratulations, well done. We'll start out with my two coaches, Frank Poole, Scott Corcoran. Come on up, gentlemen. And now for the White Sox. Brian Graham, second baseman. Next up, Michael Fell, shortstop. Graham Frost, 6-inning pitcher tour. Well done. Hey, Brandon Hayes, come on up. Kyle Harris.
Congratulations.
Nick Lenhoff.
Good job. Good layout. Turning them the wrong way.
Tommy Carter, the ultimate man of action.
Good job, buddy. Turn around a bit. Got it?
Griffin King. Major hitter today, Mitchell Beauregard. Another offensive weapon, Scotty Corcoran. Josh Holberg, our sportsmanship guru this year.
All right, Josh. Good job, buddy.
fly from first base. That's the way. Thank you. All right, parents. Hey, this is great. If you think about how the season ends here, with our top division, our top teams, with the top players meeting in a classic game like this. Two great teams, two class teams, and really enjoyed seeing this happen. So this is the end of our 30th season here, and we hope everybody had a great season. We worked hard to try to bring in a great season, and we'll work hard to make it even better next year. So hope you all have a great summer, and thanks for coming out and playing Scripps Ranch Little League. All right?
Everyone, where's the sun? You're all done, right?
The sun's here, you don't want to be out there.
Greg Porter back here with the World Series champions over here at Scripps Ranch and Little League. And tell us who you are, what position you played, a little bit about your team this year, how you guys went through some struggles, but you ended up winning the World Series anyway.
Well, I'm Michael Fell, I pitched and played shortstop. And, well, at the beginning we struggled because we lost a couple games, and I didn't think we were going to go that far, but then we ended up winning this. And I would like to thank my hitting coach, Reggie Waller, for all of this.
All right.
And my coaches, Jeff King.
Okay. What school you go to?
Marshall Middle School. Marshall, yeah!
All right.
I'd like to thank my teachers for the education.
Okay. What is your favorite subject over there?
Math. I'm really good at math. That's why I like it.
There you go. Sounds good. Your teammate?
My name's Grant Frost, and I pitch and play third base. And in the beginning of the year, we pretty much lost our first, 3 games, I think it was. And then we came back and we won the World Series, so go White Sox.
So you guys stayed with it. You had command of all your pitches today. It seemed like one of those days that, anything you were trying to do for the most part was working, and they were just off balance all day.
Yeah, I felt really good today. The pitches were going my way.
A lot of curveballs.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Other than Little League Baseball, you guys play any other sports?
Basketball and NJB.
Okay.
I play lacrosse and skateboarding. Skateboard.
All right. What school you go to?
Marshall.
All right. You like that school?
What?
You like that school?
Oh, yeah. The teacher's really nice.
Okay. All right. Favorite subject?
Social studies.
Okay. All right. One last thing you guys would like to say as a shout out for your team?
We love you, team, especially Braden.
Yeah, go Brayden! Yeah!
And Josh, and Griffin, and Frank, and everybody else.
And Michael.
And Grant.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, guys.
I'd like to thank my mom.
Camera. One last smile. And Greg G.K. Porter back here with some more of the White Sox who won the Scripps Ranch Little League World Series game. Talk a little bit about yourself, your team, and how it is to win, have that hardware.
Well, I'm Josh Stolberg. I played right field today for 2 innings, and earlier today I received the Sportsmanship Award for my team.
Right.
And this is my third time going to the World Series and 2nd time winning.
All right. So you're one of these guys that seems to be able to be on the right team, the right place, at the right time. Talk a little bit about that for the rest of your teammates. What seemed to make the difference towards the end of the season for you guys?
Well, we knew it was coming down to the line, and we knew we had to bring our game or else we'd just fall apart. And we brought our game, and we just pulled through.
All right. What school you go to?
I go to Maranatha.
Okay. You like that school? Any favorite subject or teacher over there?
Well, I just like everyone there. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Good. Let me talk to your teammate over here. Tell us who you are, what position you played, and a little bit about the magic for this team.
Hi, I'm Frank Poole, and I play first base all the time.
Yeah.
I go to Marshall, great school, and what we've been doing is lately we sort of settled everybody down into one position or two, and that's helped us a lot. And more or less, we're just bringing our game a lot more.
Okay. Sounds good. It seems like you guys were settled in this game. There was opportunities for them, and you guys seemed to kind of put out the fire in those opportunities. Was there anything that the coaches said to you guys before the beginning of this game? I mean, when you guys were over there, huddled up over here behind the dugout here, what did they say to you?
Don't screw up.
Okay, that's a nice way to put it. What school you go to again?
Marshall,
All right, and what's your favorite subject?
PE.
All right, hey, that'll work. A lot of guys like that, and there's a reason why you're so good at what you do. Let me talk to your teammate over here. Tell us who you are, what position you play, and all that.
I'm Braden Mays, and I play shortstop and pitcher, and today I just played outfield.
Seemed like your coach moved players around and stuff, but not too much. He knew where you guys would be strong at. He knew also that, you know, it'd help your confidence. Didn't it seem like that?
Yes, he did. He put us in the right places today.
All right. Okay. What school you go to? You got a favorite subject teacher over there?
I go to Marshall Middle School, and my favorite teacher is either Miss Lee PE or Miss Swartzlander Science. And my favorite subject is probably PE.
Okay. All right, guys. One last thing you'd like to say to your parents or anybody watching this, remember to smile at the end.
Thanks for letting me play Little League Baseball. I've had a really fun time.
Thanks for everything.
All right.
One word, thank you. That's it.
All right, guys. Great job. Congratulations on winning the hardware. Lots of baseball played here at Scripps Ranch Little League. They had the World Series games in all different divisions. Especially this game ended up where the White Sox were able to take care of their business and beat the Padres and win the World Series of Scripps Ranch Little League. We hope that you enjoyed all the action today from Scripps Ranch and Steve Allen Field. I'm Greg Porter, saying take care of yourself and God bless, and save this one on the hard drive.